Just watching that red, a little concerned, hoping for the cover.
Well, he's gone a little too far, but he's playing a big shot here, screwing into the bunch from this blue. Tried to control it as well as he could. And, well, he's straight on that red along the cushion. I don't think he'll be entertaining that shot.
Jet trump, 6.
Well, it's always a concern when you hit those half ball shot to nothings too thick, and clearly it becomes a situation where the cue ball doesn't travel up the table to safety. It's a bit of a test for him. This is a mid-range shot. He's not been cueing brilliantly all afternoon, but there are signs he's a little bit better now. Cue ball has not done what he expected it to do, though. Played the hole for the black, and he just drifted into no man's land a little. Still taking it on. Got lucky there. Yeah. Goodness, he could have left anything.
Well, you can see that 4 matches have finished there, but there's still a couple on the other side. But the real focus now on this one. Judd Trump, of course, very popular player. And I'm sure a lot of German snooker fans would love to see him continue. But as I said earlier, Matthew Stevens has been coming here so long, he's also got his fans.
Well, he looked at it, although it wasn't apparent immediately what he was playing. The plant was on, but he couldn't get to it directly. So this was a way of doing so. And of course, directly or not, he couldn't have played the pink onto the red. So it was a good shot. He had to hit the first red very accurately, because he could have spun that plant offline had he hit it wrongly.
Nine.
Is he on it? He's looking a little anxiously, but I think he is.
The walk tells you a lot, doesn't it? It was quite a purposeful walk, that, which told you he could see it.
Well, I mean, if he could win this match at this visit, I think the first 6 frames he could just consign to the history books and
16.
just say, well, I finished well. Matthews had his opportunities, but all of a sudden, Judd Trump has moved up a notch.
17.
Still not quite on this blue as he wants. Top side of it, it's a simple shot for red, but now it isn't. Might be a right-handed shot here. Keep the break going.
Matthew Stevens just sort of looking over the garden fence at one of the other tables, but be more than interested in this next shot here.
Yeah, maybe he couldn't even reach it with his right hand, actually. That's why he's using the rest. But again, the cue ball seems to have been sticking in that bunch of reds a lot today.
23. Liverpool.
Pretty good shot to end the break, though.
Drum,
Putting
23.
into quite a lot of trouble, Matthew Stevens, with that.
Well, good win for Andrew Paget, 5-3 over Chris Wakelin, who of course has been in a ranking final this season in Belfast, so it's a terrific win for the Welshman, 5-3.
I think that's a shock result, isn't it? Let's be honest, he's not had many wins, Paget, this season.
Plays Yuan Sejun next.
We played the double kiss, but you've got to hit it squarely on as you can, and anything off, you see what happens. It just, cue ball doesn't really, just zigzag its way up the table rather than straight back up.
Another good pot from Trump. Meantime, as he plays this shot, I can tell you Juicer has beaten Andrew Higginson 5-2. So this now is, in fact, the last match remaining.
5.
But for how much longer?
6.
Well, exactly, because Judd is in again with this chance. He's been a bit of a spectator, hasn't he, since the point when he levelled at 3-all. We were thinking, well, maybe he's got a chance of creating a bit of a shock. He hadn't done it in spectacular style.
13.
Judd was off his game. Matthew was not playing brilliantly, but he was hanging in there. But since then, it's been a bit different again.
Yeah, and the thing is, it can be the opposite. You can
14.
start matches well and then sort of struggle to kill them off, and sort of scramble over the line. In some ways, it seems the scrambling's been done early in this match, and Trump just looking better now in himself, looking like a man targeting victory.
I have a feeling that the conditions this afternoon have not been perfect. The cushion's a bit bouncy, a few
20.
surprise looks from both players when shots have not worked out. Just want to think. privy to any knowledge of that, but he
21.
just feels that way. So some days you just have to overcome anything like that and play the game. And Judd has adapted finally. A bit more aggression in his game. And of course the other thing was, you know, he basically played 6 frames
28.
without putting a long ball, which is absolutely one of his strengths. So he's not firing on all cylinders. But he knocked one in before that century, which seemed to just inspire him a little
29.
bit.
Well, this black and Matthew Stevens needs 2 snookers. So Trump has finished strongly, and that's what he'll take from the match, I'm sure, the way he's won it, rather than everything that happened earlier on.
Lovely shot too. Match ball, but knocking that red into play means it's all over. So no joy for Matthew. I think the point
37.
he made earlier on, maybe he plays his best snooker in the qualifiers these days. Polar opposite to what he used to be like. On the centre stage, maybe he doesn't play as well as he can.
44.
Judd Trump will play Matt Selt next, his good friend.
45.
And he's always going to be tough to beat. We know he's playing well in general. That's the other thing I mentioned earlier. You know, he's come here feeling good about his game.
51.
He's had a terrific season. 6 finals, 3 titles, and plenty more to play
52.
for, including, of course, the Bet Victor European Series bonus of 150,000, which, as long as he remains in this event, he is the red-hot favourite to trouser this week, without even needing the Welsh Open. It's up to the others on that ranking list to try
58.
and keep pace with him. And these are all enjoyable
59.
moments now for Trump. We might see a few shots here, maybe, just to go out on a high. But the main thing is he'll be coming back for more tomorrow.
66.
Well, this will have to be some shot. Hang on. Oh, we'd had a chance there. The white got in the way anyway. He's won. That's the main thing. He stepped it up with 114 in frame 7. I think he's just saying, yeah, table maybe not at its best, but he battled through. And the crowd are delighted to see him back for more in round 3. He'll play Matt Selt for a place in the last 16 of the German Masters. At times it was hard fought, but it was a fine finish from Trump. He wins by 5 frames to 3.